We're with Tristan Kijak, a junior member of the Eastern Connecticut women's lacrosse team. Eastern preparing for its season opener February 25th at Salve Regina University. Tristan, this is your third year with the program. How have things gone so far in the preseason?
They're going really great. Our team is getting along really well. We have a good core group coming back of sophomores and juniors and seniors. Our offense has been looking good. Defense, we've been doing a lot of off the field team bonding, which has really gotten our team closer. The freshmen already feel very much a part of our team, even though they're new. So it's going really, really well so far.
Your first 2 years, you guys had very good seasons. Last year, you lost a ton of experience and you struggled all year. Mm-hmm. Could you sort of see that coming with so many new faces last year that you might struggle?
Yeah, it's definitely hard when you lose a group of people that have been really solid leaders and players. It's hard to kind of move forward from that. But the beauty of losing those people is we get a lot of good new talent coming in. And so our team chemistry this year has just really increased. And it was hard to lose that group of seniors, but we've definitely had people step up. And this year we have a good core group coming back. We've only lost 3 seniors last year, so we definitely have a good, strong, solid group, and a lot of people have been really solid leaders this year. So
last year you started by like 8 or 10 players that had never been starters. Mm-hmm. So coming back this year in the preseason, do you see the advancement that they made having played a whole year?
Definitely. So on offense and defense, so like Gabby Abramczyk, who's a sophomore this year, she got a lot of time last year. And she's definitely stepped up on offense. She's scoring and assisting and really directing people where to go. She's going to be a good offensive threat this year. We also have Sydney Hogan, who it was her first year last year, and this year she has a lot more confidence, and she can really get the ball into the 8 when it's crowded to anybody, and she has a really good shot. And she's really stepped up as a leader in our huddles to kind of get people fired up and tell the attackers what they need to do. And then on defense we have Stacy Broder, mm-hmm. and Ileana Stavens and Olivia Donahue, who also had a lot of experience last year. So they've definitely been able to help the new freshmen coming in on our defense, tell them what to do. And our goalie Sarah Farag, who played last year, she's been able to help also the new goalies coming in. So those people definitely got a lot of good experience to share with the new people coming in.
Who's going to be taking the draws this year? Will it be by committee?
So we do have Ayanna Ward, who took a lot of our draws last year. She's coming a little later in the season with basketball. But also Stacy Broder has been really good. She's been working really hard on the draws. And in our scrimmages, she was winning more than 50% of them, even by herself, selfing them. So she really has stood out to me as someone that's definitely going to be helping out on the draws. And then we have draw work at the end of almost every single practice. So even I've been learning how to do the draw, a group of 5 of us. So it always depends too on your opponent, what is kind of their mm-hmm. Motion on the draw. But I definitely see Ayanna and Stacy Broder being our top 2 draw takers in the middle. So.
At the beginning when we introduced you as a junior, we initially thought you were going to be a senior this year, but you feel that you are going to come back for your final year of eligibility next year. Mm-hmm. Talk about what went into that decision.
So it was a very stressful decision to make. I didn't make it until before winter break, so I put a lot of thought into it, but I was originally going to look into a 1-year registered nurse program. And then I did a few internships that made me realize what I wanted to specialize in, so I decided I wanted to apply to a nurse practitioner program, which would take more classes and taking the GRE and just putting in a lot more time and applying early. So I decided that it was the best decision for me to take my time and not kind of rush everything. And I decided that staying here another year with having another year of eligibility will be awesome, just because this is the last time I'll be playing competitive sports, so it'll be a really good opportunity to really, it's shown me not to like take for granted any of my games or even practices, just to like enjoy everything because it goes by so fast. So I'm really excited to be here next year.
Well, it's a nice perk to have another year of playing lacrosse, but you made it very obvious that that really wasn't the overriding factor, right? It was more the education, and it just happened to work out that way.
Yeah, so that was like the last thing on my mind, but the education was definitely the top, just figuring that all out. So I'm really happy it worked out that way, though. It's really nice.
Well, you played 4 years of soccer and 4 years of lacrosse in high school, and then you went to Union and played soccer. At what point did you decide that you were going to leave Union, and what schools were you looking at when you decided you were not going to go back to Union?
So I didn't decide until about March or April, so the spring of my freshman year, so pretty late. I didn't really enjoy my experience as an athlete there. I wanted to see how it was not being an athlete, but I still wasn't having a good experience, so I decided to look at other schools. And when I came and visited here, I really liked it. I looked at a few in Boston and New York, but when I came here and met with Coach Hutchinson, I really, really liked it, and it felt like a place that I'd be really happy at, so I decided to come here, and I've loved it a lot.
Well, the bio major was a big part of your decision, no?
Yeah, so I was originally thinking of doing research when I was a bio major at Union, and then when I came here, I saw the sign program, and it was a lot more of healthcare stuff. I'd never really seen anything much with healthcare. It was more just like hard science research. So being able to have those experiences where I got to go to hospitals and do job shadows and see like this is more of what I wanted to do, definitely. I don't know if at Union I would have had that door open, so I'm really happy that that happened when I came here, for sure. So
My guess is that it sounds like in high school you were a really, really good student, and that you might have had a number of options at a high school to go to where you wanted to college, right?
Yeah. So I had probably like 8 or 9 schools I was looking at, so I had a pretty big pool. My parents did go to Union, and when I visited there, I really liked it. But then it just didn't work out. But I'm glad when I came here and really liked it that it did work out. So.
And you were recruited here for soccer at a high school, no?
Yeah, so I looked at it a little bit. I talked to the coach here a little bit. It wasn't necessarily my top choice, but it was just funny how it kind of came full circle to me coming here and not playing the sport that I had my whole life. But being able to play lacrosse and really end my college career in a new sport that I really do like, that I feel is becoming more popular, and just being able to play that sport here has been really nice. So.
Well, let's go back to last year again. We were talking about how the team struggled. Last year, you guys opened the season, you played 2 very, very good programs in Coast Guard and Springfield. So you had a very, very young team that went against those 2 teams, and you guys didn't do well. This year, the schedule's been pretty, other than the conference games, which they can't change, the non-conference games, you have 6 new teams. You open up with Salve Regina, and you open up after that with Curry, 2 teams that you've played a limited amount in the past and have done well. Do you think starting the season with those teams will allow people to more ease into the season?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy that we're playing a lot of different programs that we all have no idea how they are. Even we've tried to like go on their schedule and see what teams they're playing, but we've never seen any of those teams play either. So we don't really have any like perspective coming into playing them, which I think is good, because when we've played Coast Guard in Springfield, they're very strong. So when we come in, we have more of a negative mindset, like it's okay if we don't win because they're so good. But now we get to go play new programs and get experience from different players and different styles, and not go in with that mindset of knowing how that team is. So kind of going in blindly, not knowing how it's going to go, and just focusing more on what we have to do rather than reacting on how they play, per se. So. Well,
2 years ago, you guys got to the conference finals against Plymouth. Last year you struggled, lost in the first round. And you guys were ranked 6th in the Little East preseason poll. Is there a chance that you guys could finish higher than that?
Yeah, definitely. Just from seeing our scrimmages and our practices, we have a smaller roster, but a lot of people are getting playing time in different positions. And so everybody is learning everything, and everybody is working together and doing really well. And we've had really good, solid offense and defense in our scrimmages and in practice, and we're learning things pretty quickly. So we already have like 4 defenses that our defense is really strong at, which is really hard to get to in just like 3 weeks or 4 weeks of preseason. So everybody's just really coachable and listening to each other, and everybody's stepping up, whether they're freshmen. Like Peyton Channing, she's a freshman on defense. She's really stepped up. And like Allie Kellenbach on offense, she's a good crease roller, and she has a really good shot. So we have those people, freshmen, that are stepping up too, which has been really good. So everybody is stepping up, which is what's going to get us to go farther, which we definitely will. So.
Well, last questions. What do you see this year as something that you really is going to be a strength of the team? And also, what is something that you're looking at and saying, we've really got to get better in this certain area if we want to contend?
So I would say our strength is, this year we really wanted to focus on working more together as a unit. Like all of our spring gear that we've got has said together. Like that's our motto this year, is just to do everything together and not have those 1 or 2 people that you put pressure on that you look to. So I would say our strength is that everybody's strengths and weaknesses are really coming together. There's a good balance between everyone, and everybody is working hard, and just everybody's willing to learn from each other. There's no egos. Everybody's just out there ready to play and have new experiences. I would say that just working on more communication, just being even louder on the field. Watching film, we're definitely louder than we were last year, but we can definitely improve in communication, which I think will help a lot. But we're just working together, which has really been the key to our early success in preseason. So.
Communication is such a big part of women's lacrosse. Mm-hmm. So Eastern opens up on February 25th, which is coming up shortly. They're going to be at Salve Regina. That'll be the first of 17 games. The Warriors are scheduled to open up at home on March 7th against Farmingdale State College, which is actually coached by former Eastern goalie Aaron Calkins. And Eastern will open its Little East season at home on March 28th. They will host Plymouth State University at the Mansfield Outdoor Complex. Tristan, thanks for being here. Good luck this year.
Thank you.